Have you ever had the feeling that something is watching you from the trees? You can't see it, you just sense it. A shift in the air, or quite above you that feels deliberate. You look up, nothing obviously, just branches, leaves and light, but the feeling doesn't go away. It's that strange awareness that while you're walking through the park, lost in your own thoughts, something else is completely focused on you. Still, unblinking, patient, not moving, not calling, just watching. High above the paths, above the noise, above the everyday rush of this place, there are eyes. And in this park, that feeling might not be your imagination. There are several kinds of owl in the UK. Some belong to the deep woodland, some prefer the open moorland, some hunt almost entirely under the cover of darkness, but not all of them arrived here on their own. Men like Lord Lifford in Northamptonshire and Edmund Mead Waldo in Kent. They weren't escaping, they were released deliberately. An attempt to enrich the landscape, to add something new, and it worked. By the 1940s, this owl had quietly spread across of England and Wales. You might never have noticed. It could have been tucked into a hollow tree, hidden in a thick hedgerow, pressed deep against ivory against an old trunk. But this one has chosen something different. An old wooden birdhouse at Queen's Park in Crewe, Cheshire, and inside it, the little owl. Just after sunrise, he's resting. Little owls are often active in daylight, perched in the open, watching the ground below, but even hunters pause. The first warmth of the morning sun reaches into the box. Feathers rise and fall with each branch. Here in Queen's Park, the regulars have given him a name. They call him Taz. For now, Taz is off duty. And then, a flicker, a shift. The stillness changes. Those eyes, bright yellow, clear, unmistakably alert. This is the feeling you had earlier, that sense of being watched. He isn't large, but there is intensity there, a focus that belongs to a hunter, even in a quiet park. And just like that, rest becomes readingless. A drop, a beat of wings, and he's gone. Back into the trees, back into the morning light. Despite the name, the little owl isn't tiny. He stands around 22 centimeters tall, compact, broad-headed, solid. His wings stretch over half a metre, far wider than his body suggests. Built low to the ground, short tail, strong legs. He may look small on a branch like this, but he's built for precision. And then there are the eyes, striking yellow, almost luminous in the morning light. Set forward, like ours, giving him sharp depth and focus. They don't wander, they lock on. But there's something else you might notice. Owls don't move their eyes the way we do. Their eyes are fixed in their sockets. So instead, they move their entire head up to 270 degrees, almost all the way around. It gives him an extraordinary field of view without shifting his body. A small movement, maximum awareness. For a predator that hunts by sight, that advantage matters. And when those eyes fix on something below, very little goes unnoticed. High in the branches, he doesn't seem in a hurry. One tree, one chosen position. This isn't by chance. Little owls keep territories, small familiar patches of land they come to know in detail. A safe place to rest, open ground to hunt, and a vantage point like this. From here, he can watch everything below. The paths, the grass, the quiet movement most people never notice. Even when he looks half asleep, he's aware. A slight turn of the head, a slow blink, nothing is rushed, nothing wasted. He doesn't need to move far because this place is known to him. The same branches, the same views. Day after day, this isn't somewhere he visits. It's somewhere he understands. From a raised perch, he watches the ground below. Little owls hunt by sight. A flick in the grass is often enough. Insects make up much of his diet. Beetles, caterpillars, earthworms drawn up by damp soil. If the opportunity presents itself, he'll take small mammals. Voles, mice, even a young rat if it's small enough. And occasionally, unwary small bird. He waits, measures the distance, and when the moment feels right, he drops. High in the sunlight, he pauses. At first glance, it looks like sleep. Head lowered, eyes half closed, but with owls, stillness can be deceptive. A little owl can rest in seconds, settle in almost intentionally, while never being completely unaware. Even like this, he's listening, watching, sensing the space around him. There's no wasted energy. Up close, the detail becomes clear. Those feathers, thick, layered, built for installation and silence. Patterns that echoed the bark beneath him, breaking up his outline. Camouflage not for just hiding, but for disappearing completely. Even his talons, sharp, precise, vanish into the feathers around his legs. Everything about him is built with purpose. And then a change. That stillness again. But different this time. Awake, alert, a short burst of movement, wings open, a quiet push of air, and he's gone. Just a few trees over. When I first heard there was a little owl in Queen's Park, I wanted to see it for myself. As a photographer, and honestly just out of curiosity, I've always loved owls, even as a kid. But seeing this one in the wild, that was something different. The first time I saw Taz, sitting there in the trees, I was hooked. I kept coming back, watching, spending time with him, and the more I did, the more you realise he's small, really small, almost easy to overlook. But don't let that fool you. There's a predator there, quiet, focused, hidden in plain sight. Not long after filming these moments, Taz disappeared from Queen's Park. At around 12 years old, he had already lived longer than many little owls in the wild. Little owls live fast lives, and their time is rarely long. The wildlife team buried him with great care and respect. But for a while, this corner of the park belonged to Taz.